Live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado, it's Windsor High School Volleyball. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. Now for the play-by-play, here's Eric Freehoff and Cody McCoy.
Welcome to Windsor High School. Tonight, live on Stream It Sports, the Windsor Wizards host the Frederick Warriors in girls varsity volleyball action. Hello, everybody. My name is David Haase, along with Randy McCoy, bringing you this conference game tonight, Randy. And the season's going along. You start defining, are you going up or are you going down?
Yeah, and we're going to do a volleyball match tonight with no net. So
yeah.
No pun intended. But, yeah, we're excited to be over here at Windsor. We've started doing broadcasting Windsor Sports here at Stream It Sports NoCo and our production company. And so we're happy to be over here. Samantha needed a night off, and
the B team is here, but we'll try to give it our best. I'll tell you what, we get to watch, one of the best sports programs in all of Northern Colorado. The Windsor High School athletics has always played at a high level. These girls tonight are 6-5, 5-1 in their conference, though, so that tells you they've done the improving since the early games. Frederick's coming in, though. They've played a few more games. They're 8-7, but they are 2-4 in conference. So we will have our starting lineups here in a moment. The nice thing about a small, a little bit more intimate gym here, you get into it. And we're going to have our national anthem and we'll return for our starting lineups. Very well done.
Someone they didn't tell us who that was.
Yeah, it'd been nice to give that kind of credit. That was exceptional. We're back here now live, though, Windsor High School. Got a nice crowd turning in here across the way. I see several members of the student body over there, several football players, too. Big football game tomorrow night here. We'll talk about that later.
Yes, we will.
So the Frederick Warriors be announced first.
Number 1, Miley Tarnowski.
Number 1, Miley Tarnowski, the senior. Number 2, Bailey Baumgardner, junior.
Number 3, Emily Haley.
Emily Haley, number 3, the middle blocker, the senior.
Number 4, Josie Rivelli.
Number 4, Jody Rivelli.
Number 6, Alexis Krause.
Number 6, Alexis Krause.
Number 7, Ashlyn Grant Miller.
Number 7, Alexandra Williams. We got a little bit of conflict there, don't we? Actually, that was Ashlyn Grant Miller. We'll make sure we get that corrected. Paige Shaw, number 8.
Number 9, Isabella Beza.
Number 9, Isabella Baeza.
Number 10, Julia White.
10 is Julia White.
Number 11, Madison Zamudio.
Number 11, junior Madison Zamudio.
Number 13, Abby Awad.
Number 13, Abby Awad. And number 14, Jillian Ridgely. And a little bit of a run on the numbers there. Kind of make it tough for us sometimes, don't they? These prints aren't the same way.
I don't know, but somebody brought some food, and I can smell like barbecue.
Yeah, they got us. Holly Hoffman, number 1 for the Wizards, the junior. Number 2, Tana Heath, the senior. Number 3, Yvette Dominguez. Number 4 is Kaylee Phelps. Dominguez and Phelps, both 9th graders, 3 9th graders on the varsity. Number 5, Riley Griman. We'll be calling her name a lot tonight. Statistical leader for these Wizards. Number 7, Blake Serrato. Number 8, Sarah Scott.
Kylie Smith she's a JV player. Was
yeah,
in there.
we were looking at that. Thanks for bringing that over. Number 9, Allie Kennis. Number 11, Ellie Garrett.
Number 12, Sierra Medina.
Sierra Medina, number 12.
And
Number 14 is Gabby Hertzke. And I'll tell you one thing, Randy, a pretty young team for the Wizards here playing so well in conference. They've only got 2 seniors, and Coach Houston has them playing at a pretty high level.
Well, you know, they started off the season against Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain now is ranked in the top 10. And so they played a tough non-conference schedule, but once they get into the conference here, they're 5-1, I believe, aren't they?
Yeah,
so anyway,
they're playing quite well.
We will take a break for a word from our sponsors. We'll be back after this. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota.
Back here live now, Frederick to serve, Miley Tarnowski to start the match. Windsor the set, nice dig for the Warriors, but unable to control it back in. Point Wizards.
Well, that was a great kill and a great dig, both. Just a good volleyball play.
Yeah, that set there allowed that shot to come across at a hard angle to get to for the Warriors. First service 5, Riley Griman as their top server. That'd be a point for the Wizards there, but she's statistically pretty much across the board, the junior is for the Wizards, and Griman leading in serves, and as the way the game sets up, unique in sports that you can get your prime players in position to be dominant right away. Strong service set at the net. Unable to control it though, so point back to Frederick.
We've got some volleyball in Northern Colorado this year,
Well,
don't
we
we?
really do. 3 excellent teams over Fort Collins. Fossil Ridge defending state champs. Rocky Mountain playing really well, and Collins kind of the surprise of the area. Service by Frederick, and it was I got it, you take it moments for the Wizards, so they give up the easy point. Ace service. Back is number 11, Madison Zamudio. Set. Wow, great dig. Libero for
Oh my goodness, what a kill.
Turns around and just hammers that home. Allie Kennis for the Wizards. She's waiting for that, wasn't she?
Yeah, and she saw the open space. Everybody had rotated and left an open space, and she hammered it.
Placed it. Now serving, Blake Serrato. Strong jump serve. Nice set and a great shot down the line. Holly Hoffman with the point. 4-2 here, early going.
You know, if you can have one great person who can do a kill shot, but if you have more than one, you're doing really well.
And right now we're seeing that front row for the Wizards delivering. Set, cross the sides.
Oh.
Find the middle then too.
Touche. Nothing like our pole in our light.
Yeah, we kind of got that pick your angle to watch at best. And
sight line of sight.
What you said?
Yeah.
Set, outside hitter, kind of a swing. 4 hits, so point back over to Frederick. Thanks for tuning in to Streaming Sports. Big football game here tomorrow night too. We're glad to have Windsor now included in our broadcast, aren't we?
Yeah, it's been a great year so far.
Great sports history over in the city. Another set of the net swing. Wasn't so much they had the pace on it as where she placed it. So again, Hoffman with the kill. 5-4 now, Wizards. Great shot there. You see of the coaching coming, just stepping out there, making sure get the set they want on the serve. Deep serve by Garrett that time. Nice dig. Chance for the set and the kill. Big swing. Griman just taking control in the back, getting it back over in play. White tried the little touch tap over the net. Misjudged it a bit, so point for the Wizards, 6-4. Just a little touch serve over the net. What a great touch there, too. Ellie Garrett just dropped it on the near side, caught Frederick a little out of position. You know, when you're kind of back on your heels expecting the heat coming at you, Randy, all of a sudden you can't shift your weight fast enough.
Like a change of pace.
Goes right to the same spot again. Frederick had to bring it back over the net. We have a double hit. So a mistake by the Wizards there.
They had a bunch of double hits the other night. Sam and Cody were.
It can get infectious, can't it? Libero back now for Frederick.
I think Samantha said it's kind of like traveling. Some officials call it more than others.
Yeah. Isabella Baeza back now.
Some pretty names, huh?
Oh, God. Pretty good pop on that serve, too. Set back up, middle hit.
Oh.
Just a little amped up on that one.
Well, you know, you hope when you do that one of the Frederick players will nick it or touch it
Tip
or something.
Going out of bounds, but yeah. That was the high, hard one.
There was nobody there.
Long on the serve that time, so back over. We play rally style here in Colorado volleyball. So point on every serve. 8-6, Windsor serving. Nice shot at the net. And an excellent set there, too. Boy, if you watch high level, like we talked about with Samantha before, you know, former Mountain West Player of the Year at Colorado State, and the setter for a big hitter like herself, middle blocker type, you know, that is such important. They set the table for you. So a net call on the Wizards. So it's just kind of back and forth. Wizards holding on to that 2-point lead here in the first set. Substitution coming in to serve now for Frederick. Number 7, Alexandra Williams.
Might have been able to let that one go, huh?
Yeah, the ball is just kind of floating. Nice Nice kill there. Wasn't able to be handled. Goes out of bounds. So point back over to Windsor.
Very similar to French Field. There's a lot of lines on that court, isn't there?
Yeah. Yep. Several sports can be going on here at one time.
But the official is standing on the real line. So.
Yeah. Just deep. So service violation that time. So much of volleyball is who can make that 4 or 5 point run just to give that breathing space and really force the other team to play error free. White with the service. And nice job at the net. Really nice rally that time. Put it right up on a plate.
Very active first set here, too, by both teams.
Ellie Garrett fired that home for the point.
Nice change of pace there.
Yep, taking it back over. At the net, blocked it, but didn't get it solid. So just that little run I talked about, Windsor opens up a 4-point lead, 12-8. Still on the serve. Tana Heath back.
That's a great serve. I wouldn't have liked to have been on the other end of that.
That came in with some pace on it. Set outside. And a nice shot to the deep part of the court there. Greiman just, you can see why leads the team in kills and percentage kills. Just a lot of authority on that shot.
Well, she sees the court well. You know, she's aiming at places on the court. She's not just hitting the ball.
Strong serve again from Heath. Back set. So a point for Frederick there just to kind of stop the run, bring it back to 13-9. Tarnowski back to serve. Greiman shot blocked. Boy, she just rotates the other side, Randy, and shows her ability either way. But both moves were rescued. Oh, nice effort in the backcourt. Greiman again.
She's getting plenty of opportunities, isn't she?
Oh, big block. Right up the front.
Great rally, though.
No, Garrett and Medina both went up there and just set the wall up right in front of Frederick, knocked it back down, point for the Wizards. Once again. Little sleight of hand there by Garrett.
Nice touch. Everything's not hit it hard. Sometimes you need a little finesse.
Yeah, exactly. And that was perfectly placed. Garrett kind of looked over the bench, kind of smiled, and says, "Yep." Blocked at the net, but still gets to the ground. Greiman, nice effort to try and keep it alive. Still a 5-point lead for the Wizards.
Played at 25, and it's the best out of 5 sets.
Substitution in now for Frederick, number 13.
We've had a string of sweeps here that even against good teams.
Yep. That was brought up. That was well set and hammered home. Windsor with another point, 16-10 now, stretching the lead out. And boy, they do a nice job of putting the ball on the net for their big hitters, don't they?
Yeah, and very accurate. You know, you see a lot of those hits, but a lot of them go out of bounds. Very accurate. You said she leads the team in accuracy of that.
As soon as we talk about it, just a little short on the serve there by Serrato. It's like you talked about, Randy. You know, the season starts. Windsor played, schools like Rocky and some others, but when they got to conference play at a 5-1 pace.
That's
see
too
Hoffman
easy
hammering
there.
home there. Yeah, she's got just a wide alley. She just put it right through it. But that early season always pays off, doesn't it, when you get to conference play?
Yeah, and you don't know how good Rocky Mountain's going to be when they play, but they're 10-1, maybe 11. I don't know what they did early this week, but.
Well, another great drop serve there by Garrett. Outside hitter. Just didn't get over the top enough there. Just the rotation on the arm, a little behind. So Heath long on the shot. 17-12, the Wizards still lead. Frederick back on service. Just a little amped up, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's I think it's hard to keep that in bounds when you're doing that high overhead serve.
Jump serve, tips the net, still good. Set, hammered. Oh, great job, Windsor. On the save. The swing. And actually, Hoffman, she was set the time, but she's a little early on it, so she kind of over-rotated, so it didn't have the pace that you thought you'd see her have with all that big wind-up she's able to take. Kenneth's back now on the service. Boy, Greiman, along with Medina at the net, forced the block and then forced Frederick to come back with a longer shot. Substitution now back in. Kraus, number 6.
This is a good 4A league here in all sports, isn't it?
Yeah, they really are playing. I'll tell you what, just watching Kenneth drop that serve in. Good reach, one more to take it over, and they keep the point alive. Nice dig, set, but that time just a little too hard to go after that one. Garrett was trying to be too accurate, and then instead of taking it over, try for the set and got into the net. 20-13, though, the Wizards still lead. Great night here supporting student athletes. If you see our sponsors, get out and thank them. Schrader Oil, First Bank, and Pedersen Toyota. Kenneth back sets forward to Garrett. Swing by Hoffman on the outside. Great rally going this time. Both sides handling the ball well. But Greiman put the end to that.
I'll tell you what, that side with Greiman and
Hoffman over there.
That's dangerous over there, isn't it?
It's all real. And a nice job by Garrett, too. She had both options. You know, in the play called, she set it short for Greiman, and she just hammered it. The ball just a little bit long. Actually, they're going to call it for being over the top of the net.
I was going to say that net's moving now.
Yeah, it kind of got pushed into it.
I didn't feel a breeze, but...
yeah. So point back over to Windsor, 22-13. Service long, so point for the Warriors. They'll be back white on the service. Garrett just has to put it up to be turned over, make sure to keep it in play, set their defense. Kenneth with the dig. Greiman pulls the string, doesn't she?
What can you do? I mean, she's just been nailing the ball.
Yeah, you've got to honor that. Got to honor that, and she just, that experience there, a little game savvy.
That's like a head fake in basketball, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's a good-looking athlete,
yeah,
I'll tell you what.
It's really, there's a reason why statistically up there at the top of her team. Outside again for Greiman. This time puts it all the heat on it. Returned. And White makes two nice plays back there just to get to the ball, but not enough to keep him in play both times.
Those are great digs.
Especially with the pace that Greiman's hitting it. So, set point coming now for the Wizards. Frederick just has to kind of take it over. Stuffed at the net. Oh, nice job of getting down to it, but didn't keep it alive. Just a great play by Medina. Point for the Warriors. Tarnowski back. She needs to roll off about 10 in a row here. Literally. Actually 9, just get you the set tie. And 4 hits.
And that's your match.
So the first set taken by the Wizards, 25-15. Thanks for watching Streaming Sports. We'll be right back.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
You're watching Windsor High School Athletics.
So we're back here. Make sure you tweet or tell our sponsors how much you appreciate the fact that we're bringing you these contests. Windsor Volleyball tonight. Tomorrow night, Windsor Football. Grand Junction comes all the way over. And we'll play the Windsor Wizards in football. And folks, you need to watch a Windsor Wizard football game, because I think the whole town comes out. And we had a lot of views at the last game. Eric Freehoff will be there along with Cody McCoy and Dylan Danatel on camera.
Yeah, it should be a great night here, and the entire town of Windsor is going to tune out for that too. Nice crowd here tonight for varsity volleyball action, seeing their Wizards take the first set 25-15, dominating. Like I say, we talked about it. They're running a pretty good clip, with blocks up front from Medina, Garrett, and Kennis and Hoffman, along with Greiner, set up on the strong play at the net. Garrett having a good first set too, setting the ball, putting it right up there on the plate. So Wizards will start this set with the serve. Griman back, just waiting for the officials. They check the lineup. Coach Robeson confirming there are more things that go wrong with volleyball lineups. I think we're having one now. It's Sam, where are you when we need you?
Well, it's that new math.
Oh, 3 years and being a fan, and
it's one that I don't understand.
Season ticket holder for CSU volleyball for over a decade, and I still couldn't tell you. At that level, the players are more experienced, everything else, but there's still things that happen.
Well, it's not like basketball where the coach can just decide.
Yeah, I just need you 5. Doesn't matter where, but no, positioning and where they start at on the court, because that does affect where the service order and everything else. And coach will certainly always want to have that set up to get their players service. One of those other magical things about volleyball is they start before a play with a substitution. So the libero back in, 16, and we're starting. Boy, just, great set, nice swing at it, just a little behind it, get over on top of the ball, bring it down. So out, first point, Greiner back on the serve, as you expect for the Wizards. Strong jump serve. Set, block the net, but hits on down, so nice shot there. Jillian Ridgely, the outside hitter, the sophomore, powered one through the block. Tied at 1 now. Garrett up to Kennis.
Oh, my
You want to get a measurement on Candace's vertical jump there, because she was soaring above that
velocity.
Yeah.
And you know what I liked about that? She hit that almost straight down. You know, so many times you hit it to the corner. She hit that straight down, but
yeah,
they're really seeing the open spaces.
Well, Griman, Hoffman, Candace, all juniors.
That might have gone out.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, nice play. Garrett just sees it.
Does it again.
Strong service to the side. Sets up, block though. Candace and Garrett at the net. Hoffman
good teamwork
on the set. Boy, they had time, and I tell you, Garrett is really doing an outstanding job along the net tonight, Randy. She just puts the ball where her big hitters get a great swing at every one of them.
Well, and you've got to understand that these big swings it doesn't happen with one person.
Yeah.
There's got to be a setter.
Yeah. Frederick having to kind of just keep in play there, a deep set. Hoffman again, nice job, Frederick, on the tip, keeping it alive. White just has to clear it across. Garrett again sets up Candace right down the middle. And a design play, if you watch that, back it up a little bit on your computer, but you'll see Candace coming right up behind her, and she put it just straight up in the air. And that's some vertical.
Well, everything's working for the Wizards.
Yeah, 5-1 here in the second set. Short tip over. Garrett catches though, keeps it up. Little long on the
good decision
backcourt
there
shot
by the Warriors to just let it go.
Substitutions now in for the Warriors. Zamudio, number 11. Along with 13, and that was the number I did not get in the opening. Apologize for that. Always a couple jersey changes to get us going. Hoffman just with a touch, tap across the front line and drops to the floor for the point. So Kylie Smith is number 13 for the Warriors.
Wizards, I'm sorry.
Nope, you got me in the wrong way here. I didn't help you.
Number 7 there. So I don't know about 13.
Yep, Ashlyn Grant Miller.
It's rare that one of the rosters is designed for a broadcast team.
Yeah.
We apologize.
Yeah. Don't want to give any of these players any less credit they deserve. Plays out there, so a couple-point rally here by Frederick. From 5-1 to 6-3. Ridgely back to serve. Garrett back set to Kennis.
What a sweet touch.
Yeah. Point because just a little touch at the net.
Well, she set that up because she's been just slamming the ball, and you've got to, lay back, ready for that.
Kennis service.
Oh my goodness.
You know the night's going well for you when you have to rally and they end up getting the point. And Frederick just has to smile about it. That ball just climbed. Had enough spin on it.
She was way out of bounds when she got the ball.
Past
nice
the back
effort.
line. Oh, yeah. 8-3 now. So a little rotation error by Frederick there. Out of sync with their positioning.
I'm glad he saw that because.
Yeah, the down ref has more to watch on positioning and set. Say you'll try to see a move where the girls are kind of looking at him and saying, "We really didn't try anything." How could you not trust those faces?
The one thing you'll probably notice, and I don't know this for sure, but a lot more 2- and 3-sport athletes in these smaller schools, and especially Windsor, and whereas over in Fort Collins, few of the volleyball players play basketball, but I bet you several of these do.
And I think they're better for it.
Great dig.
Oh, yeah. Just the indecision kind of left it short, and Frederick just can't afford to do. They can't give up the points where they didn't have a play at it. They're down 9-3. 10-point loss in the first set.
It starts wearing you down too, doesn't it, Dave?
Yeah, it
in
does.
any sport.
That time Canis with that little drop serve,
error.
just a little short. Doesn't climb the net that time. 10-4 now the Wizards.
You know, we watch football games where the other team just grinds out the, and the team just gets tired. I mean, they've had some heat coming at them tonight so far. Frederick, another one.
Yeah, shot down and in after a great serve by Haase. But
let me tell you, folks, that doesn't feel good when you return that ball coming at that speed.
Yeah, you got to want to get to that. That just shows you how quick the reaction time is. There's just a split second. You got to read the direction and everything else. And again, Ridgely's having to hit balls from back court. Wow. Excellent play. I tell you, when the whole team just kind of moving there, Gabby Hertzke, the sophomore at that time, just reached, didn't really try to take a big swing, just put it in play, knocked it across to an open spot. 12-4 now, Wizards.
Well, Frederick's playing really hard, and they've got a lot of good players, but they don't have that one player, that real finisher.
That go-to.
And, maybe that player is a sophomore or a junior or something, but.
Almost look to see for a timeout coming up now, and just like I knew it was coming. So, Randy, we'll take a break here. Wizards lead 14-4 in the second set. You're watching Streaming Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
So we're back here. Another football game we have tomorrow night. Streaming Sports, Fort Collins and Brighton.
Yep, another up and down I-25. We're talking about how Frederick and Windsor, along with so many other schools here along the Highway 85 and I-25 parallel corridor there. A lot of growth, a lot of competitive 4A sports. Service taken, nice job of just getting it back, keeping it alive. Griner, haven't heard from her in a few points, hasn't had to. White, great effort on the far side. Tell you what a gamer White is.
But did you see back that she set her up from the other side of the court?
Yep. Yep.
From the right side, she set her up all the way to the left side.
Hoffman with the serve. One on the net now, get a full swing at it, and they placed it. So just a nice job that time. Frederick had the chance. The timeout paid some dividends there. Substitution in for service. Ashlyn Grant Miller. Griner comes with just a little roll from the middle to the outside and really has a chance to hammer it. Even though it was blocked, it went out of bounds. That just had such force on it. Shows just the skill in blocking. That doesn't mean just get there and get in the way. You've got to be able to control the direction of the ball off your hands or your arms. 16-5 now. Windsor just cruising. And a strong serve. And Frederick just has to try to go rescue so many balls, Randy, at the net instead of going up and getting a good plant and a swing at it. Heath back. The service error that time after the strong first service. 17-6.
Tell your friends you could be watching us on Facebook Live tonight too.
Well, if you want to support high school athletics, talk to our sponsors, and if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you on board.
Especially over here in Windsor. We'd love to have a couple of sponsors here in Windsor to.
Well, there's such a unique community in northern Colorado. You've got the one high school as it stands now. They're talking about they're going to have to build another one, but right now it's just the Wizards, and this whole community rallies around this athletics program in this school. Garrett sets far cross. So 3 straight points now for Frederick, and you can tell they're living with it too. It just gets them back in the game emotionally. White back again. Garrett back set. Griman puts it up and out of bounds. Point for the Wizards off the block. And the tip. Griman on the service. Well, they're just doing a good job of getting in the air, taking shots, aren't they? Frederick scoring chances. No, nice job in that, both between Medina. And that time they got to get, Kennis came up and floated over the top.
Almost
drops it in.
not fair, is it, to be able to hit so hard and then be able to just.
Well, Kennis is one of those athletes you got to wonder, okay, are you a track jumper? Because she really elevates. Explosive athletes tonight for these Wizards. We're seeing it. Point for the Warriors. They're off the tip on the block on the kill shot. 19-9. Tarnowski now back for the Warriors to serve. Blocked and out. Point for the Wizards. And I'll tell you one thing I just noticed there, Randy, on the Miley Tarnowski's service there, she's a little crow hop. And she's running up to that there. Talking about our spring sports, track and baseball. For those you don't know what that is, it's a kind of a little stutter step to really get your rotation going forward with your body. Oh, great serve.
Not much you can do with that, is there?
No. Serrato again, strong on the point. 21-9 Wizards. Substitution. Griman will take probably what I would consider a pretty rare rest. Yvette Dominguez, the 9th grader, in playing the backcourt. Great time to get experience. You got to always build, don't you?
Yeah, and coaches know that graduation happens every year, doesn't it?
Yeah. Once again, Frederick having to take their shots from the backcourt, not getting many balls on the net.
When we get a break here, you can explain to the people what you mean by that, because some people, they just all look like shots, but there's one there.
Yeah. Well, did you higher percentage like there? That's how you finish. Hoffman comes
impressive.
up, and all night long, Garrett's been laying on a plate for Hoffman, for Kennis, for Greiner, and the dividends are there. Was Frederick doesn't have a fraction of those balls they're able to set on the net. A lot of that comes from they're able to handle the serve, where they place it. And again, hitting from the backcourt. Hoffman just takes it over to keep it in play. Oh, nice heads-up play there. Josie Revielli with just a little dink. 23-10 though. The dominating second set for the Wizards. Great effort there by both Garrett and Kennis, but that one got away quick, didn't it?
Yeah, that wheels fell off quick on that one.
Yeah, well, and it's that mental, how well can you stay tuned? Right now they're playing really good ball. They're going to have some ups and downs mentally, and a couple of shots there.
Kind of a lack of focus there, I think.
Yeah, well, and you'd say we talked about getting the experience there too. You got a freshman in. Dominguez is back there, but you know what? I like how Coach Robinson's just leaving her right there. They're going to keep coming to her. That's one thing they're going to pick on it. But you know what? You don't learn unless you try.
Yeah.
And with a lead of 10 points, 23-13, start working on your future. You know what? She's not shying away from it. She put it right up on the net. And the set by Garrett. Kennis just comes running from the back here. You anticipate from our vantage point, and it's just like you want to yell, look out. Get out of the way.
Well, the people in the stands over here certainly.
Yeah, they're taking the second carom off that ball, aren't they? 24-13 now, set point. This time, nice set, but just a little short, still in the air. Garrett back sets. And a little long. You know, pretty good shot that time by Hertzke, but just a little long.
Even when Garrett served right there, she looked like she was setting it up. She just likes setting up people. You can tell by her body language.
Yeah.
Kind of like a point guard who, you know, hardly ever shoots. Very similar mindset. And that's your set right there.
Yeah, short serves that time by Frederick. Puts it in the net. So that means the second set now 25-14, followed up to that 25-15 first set win. We'll be back. You're watching Streaming Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
So we're back here, and Dave, next week we've got two very, very good volleyball matches over in Fort Collins. Poudre and Rocky Mountain. Again, Rocky Mountain snuck into the top 10, I believe. And then next, the 5th, what is that? That's Thursday.
Thursday, and then
that's Fossil Ridge and Fort Collins. And I'll tell you what, folks, that gym will be rocking in that because
Collins has got a chance to. They're the surprise team, I would say, with the when you get the marquee players like Dodson going to UCLA from Rocky Mountain and Zune commit to Nebraska for Fossil Ridge, plus them being the defending state champs.
Yeah.
You know, and teams have beaten each other. Collins went over to Rocky, swept them. Rocky went over to Fossil Ridge, swept them. So throw the records out the window and just buckle down and enjoy the play of some really high-level volleyball. And tonight we're speaking of that, you know, like I say, the way the Wizards are playing those first two sets, it's going to take a pretty deep reach by the Frederick Warriors to find their way back into this match.
Well, you know, talking of even Fossil Ridge, you know, sometimes you just have letdowns.
Yep.
You know, when you've been good as long as they've been good.
You get everybody's best shot.
Yeah, and everybody. But I'll tell you what, Windsor's got to be at the top of their conference. You know, I haven't checked the standings, but if they come out of this thing 6-1.
Yeah, great start to the conference play. So Frederick now starting the third set. Garrett, grind, but nice block at the net. Coming up big that time. Baumgartner along with Ridgely. Tarnowski back on the serve. A little over rotation
right
that one, yep. 1-all. Griman's jump serve. A little better job right out of this third set here. They're setting right on the net. White from the backcourt though that time. Medina up. That was all power, wasn't it? Because she just blasted that through the hands and made that too hard to handle. So the senior gets the point, 2-1 Windsor. Set far side. Kennis sets it in down the line for the point.
Boy, that just.
Well, and if you watch, it's tough to just watch one side of the ball, but you spotlight that time. Kennis, as soon as she tipped it back over and play, came back, tipped it. Garrett, she knew Garrett was going to. She immediately raced back to get the angle to come back up for that spike, and the kill was 100%.
And that was a blown play, I guess is what you call that.
Yeah, a little miscommunication.
They had a play set up, but only half the people knew it.
Yeah. Griman just a little poop serve. She'd been serving that strong shot, and Frederick a little out of position there. Falls to the ground. 5-1 now. Wizards off another quick lead.
Well, some of the reason for the wide open spaces on the floor is Frederick's out of position on some of those plays.
Shot at the net. Dig, though, by the Wizards. Set Kennis on the far side. Ridgely hits the line. Nice shot there by the sophomore for Frederick. A little debate from the Wizard cheering section of students over there, whether or not that was totally on the line. But right at the official's feet, I'm going to take his.
Yeah. It almost hit him. So.
Yeah. Kennis, great dig in the backcourt for the Warriors.
It's coming again.
Yeah. And White just couldn't get out of the way. That ball was long, but it was right at her, and she had, you got to be. That's kind of a matrix kind of move. You're not going to get hit there. 6-2 Wizards.
It's not for the faint of heart to be out there with those balls coming at you at that speed.
You and I would have neck injuries.
Another one?
Yeah, another one, yeah. Serrato back on the serve. That was kind of the equivalent of the swinging bunt there, because the set was on the net, but the swing didn't get a whole part of the ball, and it just kind of, it's that change up that you see from a pitcher in baseball, like the big swing, but not much force behind it because the ball didn't get struck solidly. Ridgely back for the service. And just too much power there by Kennis. 7-3 now, Windsor. Garrett back now in the service. Hoffman blocked, still alive. White. That time she got to take one close to the net, Randy, but a good job by Windsor just getting it up. Back in play, but the kill a little long, so point back over to Frederick. Credit to the Warriors sticking in this set a little bit more. 7-4 down with the service, but
nice student section here tonight. Really a nice crowd, kind of filled in the lower section.
Yeah, for a Thursday night. Local there. Great block by Kennis at the net. Kept alive, though. And that was the I got it, you take it moment in sports that translates to every sport with a ball, doesn't it? 8-4 now, Wizards. Kennis on the serve. And again, Frederick just having to make a play to keep the ball in play, not really getting an offensive swing at the net.
You know what I love about this? Because we're so close to every lady out there is laughing and smiling and really having fun. And isn't that what sports is about? And, we can't see the guys with the helmets and all that, but in basketball, but I like being close to the athletes like this.
Yeah, basketball and volleyball, and especially here tonight.
There's nowhere to hide, is there?
Nope. Well, let's just admit it. Girls do a much better job of perspective than us boys ever did.
Yeah, I think they probably got it right.
Quite a few years of marriage under both of our belts, and we're still that work in progress. Hoffman back now service, 10-5 Wizards lead. Get a little existential there for a moment. We're back live. Nice job, White getting rewarded. I tell you, White has competed all night
She's
for Frederick, hadn't she?
She is a warrior, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
she wears it proudly and represents it.
Red hair, and
yeah,
she's you can tell she's got it all going.
Service handle. Garrett sets up Hertzke, but nice job getting the dig out. Blocked out of bounds. So both Medina and Hertzke were up on the net, but just a nice enough job by Ridgely there to take it wide. So out off of the Wizards, 10-7 they lead. But Frederick, knowing this is the deciding set, back into it. And a shot by Griner. Haven't heard from her much in the last set, so makes her presence known again.
You get the feeling that Windsor can kind of get that shot whenever they want.
Yeah. Well, Garrett's just done an exemplary job. I mean, pretty much all the sets right on the net, and such a great spot. Block again up there by Garrett and Medina. But I mean, Garrett all night long has put it just on a plate.
Well, she's
got athletes to deliver after she puts it there, doesn't she?
She's the captain out there. You can tell she's calling the shots, and
that proverbial Reggie Jackson, the straw that stirs the drink.
Yeah, she's setting up she's an athlete too, but she's setting up the big hitters, and she's having her way tonight, really.
Yeah, well, that's like you said, that's the captain. She's running it. They're getting the calls made, but boy, do they have it set up, and quick couple points in a row, back to 6-point lead, 13-7. Garrett again. Yep,
she's just
quick.
Smooth, isn't she?
Yeah, well, and that is a tough play to not catch and throw it. She executed it perfectly. Service just drifted a little bit wide that time for Heath. Just barely missed the line. 14-8 now, trailing. The Warriors will be serving. Tornowski back behind the line. That little crow hop again, knocks it across.
Folks,
it's a clinic.
It's a clinic, but again, she set up a lady clear across the court.
Yeah.
She saw her. She
dime.
saw.
Yep. Yeah, they're playing really well, very cohesive right now. Grinding got away with one that time. She knew it. She did the soft serve again, just ticked the net. Kind of blew off the timing for the Frederick player. 16-8 now. Wizards are beginning to stretch this third and deciding set out. Big block at the net. And a lift called.
Now what is that?
Basically, instead of hitting it, the player used the body and just lifted it up in the air. Literally, just caught the ball enough and not cleanly hit it, but did lift. There's it's one of those you see it,
kind of like palming the ball in basketball.
That's a good way to say,
bit.
yeah, carry versus an actual hit. As much as even a volleyball explodes off of your hands and arms, it still shows. So 17-9 now, Wizards. That last point gets Frederick back on the serve. Substitutions for the Warriors.
Just watching Garrett right now. I mean, she's telling them what they're going to do right now.
Already organizing. You're exactly right.
What a leader.
Short set, Kennis right down Broadway. 18-9.
I don't use the word clinic very often, but
they're just playing very efficiently. They get, the ball gets to the net where Garrett, then she puts it on. I mean, you can't have one without the other. The consistency of them getting to the net where Garrett handles it, Garrett puts it spot on for her big hitters who just take swing after swing. And Frederick just doesn't have an answer for that. Not many will. Garrett again, long cross to Hoffman. Nice dig, though, by the Warriors. Hoffman
try it again.
Try to set in there. There's another hustle play by White. Great rally. A little far off the net. You can just tell Hoffman just wasn't quite comfortable that one the whole way, was she?
No, that was but again, great court vision.
Yeah, Garrett knows where the ball wants to go. But goes right back to her, powers it through the net, past the block, and hits the floor. So 19-10 now, Wizards.
I know some of these kills would make Samantha proud, wouldn't they? She was that gal, wasn't she?
Her analysis of tonight, we're not worthy to watch this good of volleyball. Garrett served, a little turn on that one. And the ball just hung in the air, and Kenneth took advantage of it. Quickly off the floor. I mean, there's jumpers and there's people that are explosive. They're quick up in the air, and Kenneth is that kind of athlete, isn't she?
Yeah, and really she was just aware of what was going on there.
Yep, anticipation. 20-10 now, Wizards. And tried to get a little too touch short to the net, so point back over to Frederick. Haase back to serve. Serves right from the center. And just barely out. Well, and you could kind of tell that as what a high and very efficient level Windsor's playing at tonight, and the girls are trying to grow their game a little bit. They're trying to place it even more and more, aren't they?
Yeah, she tried to place it right where it went, so. And miss hit there. Yeah. We haven't seen many of those, have we?
No, and I think that might have been just a little bit of fatigue. Coach Robeson's up and just trying to get him to finish it. I think nice that you and I both agree with that as coaching. Well, you got a moment there, you get your player and say, hey, and you just tell, she just talked to her about what happened. Say, work your way through it. Don't turn your body, don't just swing your arm. So several point run here now coming for Frederick from being down 20 or 18-9. Scored 5. But a little long on the serve, so service error back to Windsor now.
That's a good decision there, though.
Yeah.
By the Wizard player.
Substitution now, Kenneth going out. Phelps, number 4 in. Kaylee Phelps, a 9th grader on the service. Coach Houston now just making sure, and I think I've twisted that a couple times. Phelps with a strong serve. That would have been 3 anyway, but as I want to say, Coach Houston's, I think I've flipped the coaches tonight. My apologies, but a couple times. But yeah, I like that, Randy, where she's got young players. She's getting them into the match. They have a chance to go out there and get varsity time in. 22-14 timeout on the court. So we'll be right back. You're watching Stream of Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Back here now, Phelps in, the freshman to serve. Chance to serve 3 to get out of this entire match. Frederick still battling. Griman keeps it alive. Ridgely back row shot. Gives Garrett a chance though to Griman, and she just sees it. Well, just a heads up play there, wasn't it?
And once again, that's a perfect example of, Frederick is setting it up, 10 foot off the net. And Windsor is setting it up right on the net. So that's a hard hit from 10 foot behind your net to try to do a kill.
Phelps still a strong serve. Yep. Double hit in the net. So 24-14 now. This is not only set, but match point for the Wizards. Blocked. Still alive on the outside. Hit and air. Point goes down.
And that's the way it ought to end.
And Sarah Scott
setting up.
Well, and I got to say it one more time. Nice job by Coach Houston there. She got Sarah Scott in there and Phelps in there. A couple of freshmen to get in and make plays, varsity time plays. You know, when there's still a chance for things to happen, and that's just a great job of coaching. So you see your Wizards over there go to 6-1 in conference play here tonight, Randy, and improve their overall record to 7-5. But that conference, what a strong start.
Yeah, three sets to none, and all of them were by about 10 points. So it really wasn't close.
Very
Frederick,
dominating win tonight.
Yeah,
15-25, 14-25, and 14-25.
Yeah,
so
that's a dominant performance. So anyway, well, it's been our pleasure to do this broadcast for you tonight, to fill in for Samantha and Cody. So for David Haase, this is Randy McCoy. Join us tomorrow night for football, Fort Collins and Brighton. And join Eric Freehoff and Cody McCoy for Windsor and Grand Junction. We'll see you next time.
It's Windsor High School Volleyball. Live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado. Has been brought to you by Schrader Oil. Fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins. Everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank. Banking for good.